Alright, here we go, live and ready. Durian, how do you like that? How do you like that for a jersey? We're here in Davao City, Philippines. Let me just put that one down there. Just a bit, can't really see my face, can you? I'm gonna do this one. Couple of bottles down here. Make a makeshift tripod. Oh, that's not really gonna work, is it? We'll have to put it down here. What I'll do is I'll squat down maybe. Alright gang, got some bananas here. It's called Lakatan. Here in the Philippines, Davao City. Indipac's back. We've got Indipac coming on March 18th, I think. These are really good bananas, man. Best bananas in the world? Davao City. Davao City, really good. Really good. Julian asked me where I get my clothes from. Got it made up here in Thailand. So yeah. As Jeff said, Natty. We'll keep the topic on Indipac if we can at the start. There's only 10 of these jerseys ever made, and that's it. And I think I've got maybe 2 left. Oh, fuck, these bananas are good, man. Wow. Wow. So good. So good. Wow. Powerful bananas. So Indipac, I'm hyped up for that. I sent in my application forms for it. Got some Fanta here. Just went for a run this morning, did a 5k run, set a new record at the local track. It's called People's Park in Davao City, so it's good. Mark says, working hard to eat 10 grams of carbs per kilo, but typically only get 7. If 7 works for you, 7's fine. You know, if you can get your workload done on 5, that's fine. You know, 10 is like a template you can sort of go up or down with. You know, for me, I like 10, at least 8. Otherwise, my productivity goes down. So, no Sprite. Sprite in Philippines tastes junk. This tastes good. It's got real sugar in it. It's got real sugar in it. You know, true sugar. Tastes good. That high fructose corn syrup, it doesn't taste good in my opinion. It's like not sweet enough. Not sweet enough. Am I training to win Indipac? You can't really train to win Indipac. Too many things can happen. What you can do is train your mind to deal with whatever's going to happen in Indipac. You know, because there's so many variables. It's such a long race. It's longer than the Tour de France. It's 5,500 k. It's more than the Tour de France. So, and you don't have any team support. You don't have any riders to draft behind. You don't have anyone giving you a massage at night or making your food. You have to do it all yourself. So there's no drafting. You can't ride with anyone else unless you pass them. So it's, you know, it's tough, man. How long can one survive on rice and sugar? Don't know, let me know. But who's just gonna eat rice and just gonna eat sugar? That's like saying, if I just eat bananas and Fanta, how long will I live for? Probably a few years. You lose a lot of weight, but like, who's just gonna do that? You'd have to have some neurotic issues to just eat bananas and sugar, and just bananas and Fanta, or just rice and sugar, like nothing else. I can't eat any celery. Hey, someone gives you a potato. I can't eat potato. I'm just eating rice and sugar. Like, you know, like this is it's a bit crazy, isn't it? But let's say you're in a situation, Carmageddon came, Carmageddon, and all you had on the planet, there's no other thing, there's no grass, there's no flowers to eat, there's nothing ever but just rice and sugar. How long would you last? I reckon a few months, and you'd die from vitamin C deficiency, vitamin C, scurvy, like the sailors did. So unless you could find yourself some fresh greens, you're fucked. Otherwise, if you could find fresh greens, you could probably live indefinitely on rice and sugar and fresh greens for vitamin C. There you go. Let me know in 20 years how it goes. Am I riding the reed? I'm not going to ride the reed. I'm going to give the reed away today to a friend in the Philippines. The reed I like. What I don't like about the reed for Indipac is it doesn't have big tyre clearance. It's at max 25. So, you know, that's my only critique of the reed is the tyre clearance is not big enough. Otherwise, great bike. So I'm going to give that away. I do like that 28mm tyres for the bike packing Indipac stuff. So yeah. I love the logic you apply to everything. Thank you very much. Is it good to train every day about 50Ks on an XC bike? Yeah, for sure, but if you're just doing 50Ks every single day, that's like a bit nutty as well. It's like, I just eat rice and sugar, and I just do 50Ks a day. You know, like, have some variety there, like, long ride on a Sunday, do a 200K ride on a Sunday, or 100K ride on a Sunday, and then Thursday you could do your Strava time trial, and then the rest of the time you could do your 50K commute. You know, there's just 50Ks every day, 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock, you know, rain, hail, or shine. Like, it's good to have habits, but not so rigid where we're just like, you know, someone puts a sweet potato on your plate and you lose your shit. I just eat rice and sugar. I just eat rice and sugar. Like Tourette's, you know, so you want to have a balance there. Get the latest copy of my ebooks. Read them. All my tips in there. Could I beat Carbstrong Indipac? I mean, Carbstrong can't even ride from Melbourne to Adelaide without getting a lift in the car. there was rain coming, so he called a mate who drove like 400 k's or whatever to pick him up, to drive him home. So it's like, I don't know. If you're gonna do an adventure ride, you don't get someone to pick you up in a car because it's raining or because your bum's sore. You just ride, man. You harden the fuck up and you get it done. Now, if you have an injury, of course, you know, fair enough. If you get hit by a fucking kangaroo and you break your leg, or you just totally got tendonitis fucking everywhere, then yeah, maybe. Just because the rainstorm's coming and you're tired, that's this pussy ass that's weak ass teenage girl bitch shit. You know, like the bike teaches you to become a man. You know, the highway, the nullarbor. And you're riding from Adelaide to Melbourne's easy. I've done it 3 or 4 times. That's how many times I lost count. It's an easy ride. It's a good ride to start with, though. It's a good ride to start with. But if you can't ride from Melbourne to Adelaide or Adelaide to Melbourne without breaking down emotionally and getting a lift in the car, you need to harden up. You need to toughen up. You need to have some dignity and get your ass out of the car, back on the bike and ride. Finish off what you started. Have dignity and finish the ride. Otherwise, it's pathetic. Pathetioko. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. Not hating, just saying. So, how to limit, any limit to how many hours a day you can ride during the Indy? There's no limit. There's no limit. But you want to be safe as well. You don't want to be a hero and be fatigued and be all over the fucking road. You want to be safe, you know? You want to be getting it done. And no one wants to be getting hurt or ran over or killed or putting the race in dispute or whatever. We want to be getting it done. We want to be getting it done. Where can I throw this can? What I love about the Philippines is people just pick stuff up everywhere. They recycle. I'm going to show you guys where I am at. Do I ride my giant 29 of these much these days? No, I don't, because I haven't been next to it for like the last 6 months. Check this place out. I'll get off my little ugly face and I'll show you guys where I'm at. This is a little bedroom in here. Reminds me of one of the bit of sore pelvis action going on here. Reminds me of the sore pelvis room in Chiang Mai. Some video footage of that coming up. Alright, so the question is that where I'm staying? Where's the Broad? I need one of these jerseys. Sold out. I think maybe there's 2 left. I think, but otherwise it's finished, done, game over. But there's more juices coming. Hair's growing back. Yes, it is. Race on Sunday. Taper, carb load questions. How long does the race go for though? Depends. What sort of race is it? Is it a 1 hour criterium? What sort of race is it? You know, is it a 24-hour race where you got to be eating on the start line? You should be eating on the start line of a 24-hour race. Versus a crit, where a crit you need at least a 1 hour warm up and be lightweight on the start line. Any tips for visiting Thailand in November? Things to bring or anticipate? Just bring your, bring your smartphone, bring your bicycle, bring your helmet, bring your sun protection, and fucking carb the fuck up and get it going. Marathon carb loading tips. Marathon. What sort of marathon is it? A mountain bike marathon? Mountain bike marathon's usually 100k, between 5 and 6 hours. So, yeah, depends. Depends on the mountain bike. Max race for me, 110 miles. Okay, so it's a good one. So 10k of climbing. That must be feet. That must be feet. Wouldn't be meters. I don't think I'd do Everesting in a fucking in a bike race. But so yeah, just smashing the carbs this week, because that's going to be a race of hydration. And it's going to be a race of carbs, muscle glycogen. So whoever doesn't drink enough, doesn't eat enough, will quickly be shelled. About 50 miles into that race, people will start getting dropped. So just carb the fuck up as always. And taking 100 grams of carbs, 100 grams of sugar per hour in that race. How often do I change my chain? About every 15,000k. Favorite thing about Thailand? The Buddhist culture where people are very, very peaceful. So yeah. Have a thought about putting on your own vegan race. That's what Strava's for. That's what Strava's for. Where are located ATM at the moment? I'm in Davao City, Philippines. I thought someone says, where can I find an ATM in Thailand? And I'm like, what sort of question is that? People have asked me that before. Where do you get dates from? And I'm like, 85B St. Bernard's Road, McGill. And they're like, but I live in Texas. And I'm like, well, you asked me where I get dates from. That's where I get dates from. But so it's the questions people ask me sometimes are quite funny. I live on the island in Northeast Atlantic. Veganism's not expensive anywhere, man. It's not. Rice and Fanta and bananas are not fucking expensive. Do you need insect repellent in Thailand? Depends where you're going. If you're in the jungle, yeah. Otherwise, not so much, you know. How do I convince my girlfriend to go to a Thailand 24-hour flight? You just fly to Thailand by yourself, and then you start posting heaps of pictures hanging out with Thai girls from Tinder, and she'll be over there pretty soon. Easy. if she wants you. You should do a day in the life video from waking up to go to sleep. Done those videos. Will I record some of the races with the GoPro? It'll be pretty boring watching the Indipac with the GoPro. Just long, straight roads, you know. Long, straight roads. Will a recovery ride help the sore pelvis? Yes, I would say. Don't run on sore pelvis. Just do recovery rides. That's my experience in Chiang Mai. The Chiang Mai sore pelvis. Do I have time trial anymore? I did time trial this morning. I got the fastest lap at People's Park here in Davao City. So I did time trial this morning. I do time trials at least once a week on average. Time trial once a week, definitely. Very safe time trial, especially uphill. Do I count calories daily for any reason? Yeah, I do sort of count calories to make sure I get enough. You know, most people count calories so I don't get too much, but I'm the opposite. Because the foods I eat are very slimming, so I need to make sure I get enough of them every day. Why do they go to the Philippines? Watch the videos on that one. Watch the videos on that one. Watch the videos on that one. I'm gonna get going in a second because I've got to get this bike fixed. I'm going to go to the airport. I'm working on the book. I've done a bit of work on the book. Do I know any of the Indipac races from 2017 returning next year? I don't know. Hopefully Christopher's there, hopefully Sarah's there, hopefully Jesse's there, hopefully everyone's there. Hopefully it's a really tough field. We'll see. It'll be interesting. So that other book I've been working on is coming out. I keep saying that, don't I? I just got to put it out. There. And so someone asked a question. What was that question? Someone asked about the bike. I forget. Yes, Philippines is good for cycling. The best bikes here, I'd recommend a road bike. I'd recommend 28mm tyres, ideally. If you've got 28mm tyres, if you don't, 25s would be alright, but 28mm tyres, because the roads here can be a bit rough, a bit bouncy, and but 23s would be fine, but 28s if you've got a preference. Even 30s, 32s would be good around Philippines. Some of the roads a bit rough, but it's very good. Davao City, a lot of good roads to ride on. Traffic's really friendly. It's very busy, but it's very friendly. So yeah. Any friends entering the race with you? Not sure yet. Not sure the start list. So I think I don't know anyone who's put an entry in that I know personally. So we'll see. But yeah. So it's the thing is no drafting. There's no team. You can't ride with your buddies on Indipac. You know. It's just not. That's what bike touring's for. If you're going to do bike touring with your mates, you go and that's where there's a controversy this year with James and Sam. Those two guys are riding together for the first 3 or 4 days and drafting and doing, swapping off turns, just riding together as a team. And it was very unfair because eventually when Sam dropped James he couldn't do it anymore. He emotionally broke down and pulled the pin, and that's fine. It's a tough ride, it's a hard ride, but I knew that they couldn't finish the ride because they had to ride together at the start, and I'm like, if you have to ride together on day one, that means that you've got some issues you need to work out in terms of being an ultra distance rider, getting used to that solitude. Solitude's a hard won ally. It's a hard won ally, and a lot of people don't have solitude. They fear solitude, they fear being alone on the bike, etc. So I say that the Indipac's a great race for that, where you're just doing it yourself, man. You're doing it yourself, and you don't ride with other people. You pass them, maybe you say good day, you have a quick chit chat, and you get on to business, and you're out there to race. And obviously there's people at the back who will hang out together and camp together and stuff like that, and that's fine. I understand that, but it's not in the spirit of the race really, because there's people behind you who are riding by themselves, and they're really doing it tough. So I think out of respect for every participant in Indipac, we should do our best to ride solo and to keep our conversations to others or our moral support to a minimum, because there's people behind us or in front of us who don't have that support in that moment. So I think we should honour that and be respectful of the race rules and guidelines, and just not even that, just the spirit of the race. People out there doing it hard, we should do it hard too. We're all doing it hard out in Indipac. When are you going to fake another injury like you did last year so you can drop on day 2? I'll try and drop out in day 3, but I won't even turn up to the start line if I've got an injury. Simple as that. If I turn up to the start line with no injury, then I'm good to go, unless I get hit by a wombat. So I should get a Z-Pax tent for Indipac, go ultralight. The tent takes too long to set up. You want to have a bivy bag. Bivy bag, just roll out, jump in. Bivy bag's 30 seconds. A tent, you got to put poles in it. You got to clear too long. It takes too long. Indipac's about speed. Tent's too slow. Tents are awesome for touring, but too slow otherwise. Thanks. Good luck, Durianrider. Thank you very much. What are you bringing to Indipac more than Christoph did last year? I've got a very, very light setup. Very, very light setup. Very, very light setup. We've still got oh, the vegan mantis has got some funny ones. How much Patreon dollars would it convince Cadbury Strong to race Indipac? I don't know. Vegan Gains wants $5,000 on Patreon to donate to debate. So Cadbury Strong would probably want more than that. I don't know, because the Versace sunglasses ain't cheap. I heard Durianrider is still sleeping on the graveyard on the Indipac. I like sleeping in graveyards. I don't know, I'm a bit weird like that. Put spiders in my mouth, pick up king cobras, sleep in graveyards. No fear, bro, no fear. 150 watts per hour for Indipac, yeah. 150 watts is a sort of good one. How long will the Sustanon network last? Well, again, no shade, but a lot of these guys, I don't think they'd be allowed to do the race because they haven't shown they've done epic solo rides beforehand. I know the race organisers want to see at least you've done some sort of bike packing solo tour of at least 800 k's plus. And 800 k's, I mean, that's not very long at all. 800 k's, I could do that in like 30 something hours. So I think Indipac, it's 2 weeks, man. So you gotta, yeah. I think you should be able to, if you haven't been across the Nullarbor, or let's say Adelaide to Sydney, through your Hay Plain and that, if you haven't done that, then your chances of finishing Indipac is pretty minimal. But I mean, yeah. I don't want people to sign to Indipac, get through the application process, and then pull out in day 4, and then have everyone laugh at them because they were too soft, they couldn't do it. I don't want to see that. I mean, part of me does want to see that, but I don't. I'd rather people be prepared and have a good time versus get publicly humiliated. What's the carb the fuck up plan for Indipac? Same as every day, man. Just carbs, carbies. Going on tour next year from Alaska to Argentina. Nice. You should put it all up on YouTube. Put it up on YouTube. There's some good footage. Yeah, there's some good footage, man. Check out Iowa and Gawega Reeves' channel. I don't even know how to spell that. Say that. How do you get in the mindset of it going 25 instead of 30 plus? I have a tough time pacing that. I don't understand. 25 what? Going 25 instead of 30 plus. I don't understand what that means. 25 what? 25 watts. 25 watts isn't very much. Just push an extra 5 watts and go 30. What are you at Philippines anyway? What setup I'm going to ride? Specialized Phenom 130mm. That's what I like. It was different. Oh, you got to carry sugar packets or small bags with you. I found that worked for me on long rides. I'm going to use coconut oil. I'm not even actually going to eat. I'm going to do breatharianism. Just live on the prana of the sunlight. I'm going to sun gaze every morning and afternoon, just get the spirit from the sun and drink turpentine. Did you ever meet or ride with Bob Roll? Bob Roll? No, I didn't. But Bob Roll quotes me a few times on his little podcasty thingies. 25 watts per kilo. Check Demano for Indipac. Good choice. That would be a good choice. Would be a good choice. Average watts would you hold your Indipac? About 150. 150. Can you do the entire Indipac without getting action? I think you'd be so tired anyway, you'd just be cooked. Should I enter Harley? Parish James. I think you should. Parish, I think you should, because you've just ridden around Australia, so you may as well do a little, that's your warm-up lap. I reckon you should do it, Parish, for sure. I reckon you should do it. Why not? Why not do it? You can do it, so why not do it? Why not? How did Tamo lose 9 kilos in 1 month? He cut half his dick off. Going to sneak a motor on the bike. Yeah, I'm got a few solar powered e-bike motors in the works. Nullarbor White doing the 100-mile stretch for sure. We'll be Nullarbor White and for sure. The Sustanon network, correct. He's not vegan. He's just trying to cash in on the vegan movement. Forts in the Gator Skin 23 tyres. Get a good tyre. If your bike allows, if your fenders allow, run a 28mm. Run a 28mm. Iowan is pronounced like Johan, and he's on a ride from Alaska to Argentina as well. Was a Colombian. So here's the thing with YouTube, he would have been better off having a name called Alaska to Argentina, or Cycling Alaska to Argentina. That would be a lot easier for the Google search engines. If you've been gifted a name that's quite unique, you're better off using a mainstream name or a mainstream title so people can find your content. Because I've forgotten what this guy's channel was. I've forgotten already. I've already forgotten him. But if your channel's called Alaska to Argentina, or to Argentina or bust, or something like that, and there's something catchy international, you're going to remember it. What bike am I rolling? I'm probably going to ride the Trekker with 28mm tyres. Gary Fisher mountain bike's any good? For sure. As long as it fits you, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if anyone qualifies for the race. I'm going to attempt the course a week or two before the event starts. It's an open road, it's a public road, so it's not closed to anyone. So if you want to ride an Indipac course, you're welcome to do that anytime you want. If you want to be part of the race on the dot watching thing, then that's different. But otherwise, it's a public road. There's nothing stopping anyone from just going out there for a ride. Nothing at all. Would Toy do Indipac? It's too soon. Too big, too soon for little bubbies. So I asked you before about steel bikes. What if it's a top quality steel, 800 quality? If you like it, it's the main thing. I like the lightweight bikes these days. But yeah. The Susnon Network isn't vegan. He's not. Is Angry Vegan doing Indipac? I'm not sure. I think he's interested. I haven't spoken to him, but I'll speak to him in the next few days, I guess, about it. How do you think I would go? I think Kieran would be good for Indipac. I think he'd be alright. He did a 500. Yeah, I think Kieran's got the. He's a pretty hard guy. Like he rode from, Sydney area to Adelaide middle of summer, so he knows solo as well. No caffeine. He knows how to do it. Yeah, so I think Kieran could do Indipac. He's a finisher. He'll finish, and he'll finish. I'm gonna pick my nose. I've got a big booger hanging there. Kieran should do it. He could do it. Will he beat me at an Indipac? Who knows? Who knows what happens in Indipac? Who knows? You never know. Does Giant Contend fit 28mm tyres? It probably would. Do you snort the white or drink it? You mix it up and put it in your ears. Let your ear canal absorb the nullable white. I heard Cadbury Strong is doing a new Patreon to run in leather Nikes for the whole Indipac course. Can you confirm that? I heard he's doing a sponsored by Versace leather jackets. 40mm marathon plus. Do you anticipate flats during the race? How much repair gear do you bring? Not much. Run tubeless tyres. Run tubeless. I've got to get going because I've got to check out and meet the gang. Do 2 more questions. What should I eat the night before my first 100k bike ride in Brisbane? We're sinking the carb load and get lots of water in. Every day is a carb load. Every day is a drinking the water. It sounds like you're on point with your diet. The next thing would be pacing strategy. Just get up early, leave at 5 a.m, have your lights will be visible, and just go and ride, and get home by 9, 10 o'clock, and you're done for the day. Easy. 50k's out, 50k's back. 100 grams of carbs per hour, drink enough water so you're peeing every 2 or 3 hours. Easy. Just relax and enjoy it. Can I come live in your backyard? Depends how hot you are. Disc brakes for Indipac. In my opinion, there's no need for it because it's not a race where you're doing high speed descents. You're not in a bunch. I think I don't think it's essential at all. No, optional. Okay, so Parish James has just done around Australia. He's chimed in. Go the thickest tyres and rims you can. She is a rough road out there. Run sealant in the tubes. Interesting. Sealant in the tubes. Vegan. Mantis. The GP4000S will be okay. Sealant works in the tubes. True. I guess that saves a lot of... Interesting. Good point, Parish. So Parish just rode around Australia and he got 0 flat tyres. Wow. That's pretty good. What wheels have got for the ride? I'm not exactly 100% sure yet in the wheels. But we can talk more, you can offer... If you got any recommendations, hit me up on Facey. Hit me up on Facey for sure. I'd like to hear your feedback. Alright, we've got one more question. We've got more vegan jerseys coming to do. One more question and I'm going to wrap it up, pack my stuff and then head off towards the airport. Got to get some Durian first, meet the gang. 500 watts versus 400. 500 watts for 30 seconds maybe, versus 400 for the hour. Alright, we got. So the question is, summiting Mount Baldy in LA was wicked. So I had a good time in Mount Baldy. I had a good time at Mount Baldy. The last question is international postage on jerseys. I don't know. Depends where you live. I've got more jerseys coming. I'm going to try and sell them locally to start with, and then if I've got any left, we'll do internationals. How many push-ups can I bang out right now? I can probably do... I haven't done push-ups for like a long time, other than the other day. So I could probably maybe do 50 or 40. You know, good form. So yeah, make up with Suston Network for real. Those guys, I offered to make up with all of them, and they don't. They just want to keep hating. They're not nice people. Don't hate them, but got no interest in being friends with them, unless they're gonna apologise publicly, and you know. But otherwise, yeah, those people, you know. Anyway, gang, thanks for the comments and questions. Signing out from Davao City, Philippines. Been a good one.